is G.
And I'm Dom.
And thank you for tuning in to tonight's special Fiesta Madness edition of Fiesta Tonight.
It's about to get crazy up in here.
For those who don't know, been living under a rock, or haven't been following us, we're currently in our final four of our Fiesta Madness tournament here at 210 Culture. If you haven't followed or liked yet, guess what? You should. Yes, we bring you everything local, such as Dom,
food,
art,
and other stuff.
Getting you ready to know what's local here in town for you. So, we guarantee you that this is going to be one of the greatest episodes, because this is the first episode.
Everything has great beginnings, right, G?
Yes, that is. So, in tonight's episode here, we're going to focus on the four teams that made it. So, they are Fiesta UTSA.
And then we got Taste of New Orleans.
Tejano Explosion.
And Alamo Heights Night.
Now, all four of these teams have gone through 64 total events combined for Fiesta here in order to get to where they are today.
Wait, 64?
64 of them, Dom, and that's just the tip of the iceberg. San Antonio has plenty of events all through San Antonio going on in the 2 weeks that we have here. In case you want to know about some of the other ones that we didn't mention in our tournament here, you can go to our Facebook page, and we do have a calendar that is being updated daily of all the events that are going around there in Fiesta.
So please subscribe.
Yes, and share with everybody to keep all your friends in the loop, and then you look cool because you know all about Fiesta. Now, for those who aren't from San Antonio and have no idea what Fiesta is,
how do you live? Tell me, how do you live?
it's pretty much a big excuse to just party and legally drink between St. Patrick's Day and Cinco de Mayo.
You don't even know what Cinco de Mayo means, but okay, let's just continue on.
So, these events are great because they always, every event here does go to some type of charity. So not only are you having a good time and you're able to eat more Mexican food and not have to fail a drug test like Canelo, but you also get to enjoy plenty of alcohol and free events.
Not to mention the pretty Mexican women here.
That is also true.
And Texan women.
Just make sure you don't drink too much so you end up like the guy in this video.
Don't want to be that guy.
No, you do not.
Yeah.
Now, I'm pretty sure you are curious to what is sitting between the middle of us, and we're not talking about the bottle of tequila.
Oh, sorry. Breakfast.
So what we have here is our Fiesta emergency gift basket. It has everything that you need in order to survive Fiesta for the long, sleepless 2 weeks.
Like this hat, which I am going to demonstrate right now. Gotta be festive.
99% accurate of getting women, and maybe a couple of
hats.
And maybe a couple of animals if you try hard enough. Now, our gift basket includes Tums, Aleve, sanitizer for the toilets,
and your own little shot glass for necklace for, you know, the travel.
Battery pack in case your phone dies, water cup to throw in, pee in, drink out of, whatever you want. It's yours.
And we also got Pepe the Piñata.
That way, when cops pull you over, you have somebody to take the fall. Now, I know what you're asking. How much is something like this going to cost us? I think, you know, a couple $100 maybe?
$50?
$60?
Yeah, maybe $30? I don't know.
The answer for you is nothing. All you have to do is vote and you win one. That's it. What else do you need to do? Just go onto Facebook, click on the poll, take a pic of which event you like better. Instagram, like the photo that's in your enter to win. Who does not like free stuff?
You gotta be crazy not to want free stuff. I mean, everything costs a nickel and dime these days. Or peso. And,
I know we did forget to mention, but inside the piñata, if you open it hard enough and willing to sacrifice your nice little friend that you just met,
not Pepe.
Inside is an Uber gift card so you can go ahead and drink responsibly and not kill anybody.
So you're saying I could black out at Fiesta and still get home safe?
Yes, because that's what a Fiesta is all about. Having a good time, getting drunk, and waking up to tell the story or see the video on Snapchat or Instagram.
Well, that's easier to do this now.
So, Now back to the main show here, and I know you're wondering, how did we get to this point?
Yes, G. It's been a lot of sacrifice, a lot of people left in the dirt, 6 feet under. But we're here now.
And a lot of events that went home brokenhearted. So now, we are finally down to 4. But there could only
That's
be...
Quattro for you bilingual people.
But there can only be one winner. For those who have not voted yet, we currently are in the matchup between UTSA and Taste of New Orleans, which is definitely one of the most, I would say, the better matchups of the two, as both of them had a very, very long way of getting to where they're at now.
Trust me, Taste of New Orleans has not seen an easy battle. They have literally only won by a couple points, maybe 2 or 1. I mean, it's not been an easy road, but here they are now, standing tall.
And UTSA was our 8th seed. They're right in the middle of the pack. Nobody was really expecting them to go this far. And then they went ahead and pulled the upset. And they have been dominating ever since that upset. Now these two teams meet on the west side of the bracket to see who is the best one. And now we're going to go ahead and show you how both teams got here. For those who have not been following, UTSA Fiesta started off with their first matchup against the Taste of the Republic. They went ahead and won that one straight and went straight to the second round. The second round was where it was the biggest upset. They turned around and beat the #1 seed out of the West, Oysterbake. And finally, in the third round, to punch their ticket into the Final Four, UTSA beat the Cinderella story out of the West, Viva Botanica, and got themselves here into the Final Four against the Taste of New Orleans.
That's hard. That's very hard to see when you see a team like that, lose when they're so close to the end.
Yeah, and it was really close too. It was only off by about 2 votes. But yeah, it's a very good story about how UTSA got here, and now they're just 1 win away.
Speaking about that 1 win away, here we got Taste of New Orleans, or like we like to say in the South, New Orleans. So first they started off with the first round with the chips and salsa matchup, and man, was that close. But New Orleans pulled it out of their. Can we say? Pulled it out of their ass. And now they had the second round with the day in Old Mexico, and it was not an easy day in Mexico that day. I'll tell you that much. And so the last team that they had to match up with was the Superhero Walk for Autism. Let's hope to God that these two teams have the effort and the votes to win.
So, now Dom, now that we gave a little more backstory of how these two teams got here, who do you have in this matchup?
The Taste of New Orleans, I mean, the event was pretty great. I mean, you gotta admit, Cajun food you can't go wrong with. And, and the votes for it has been astonishing. I mean, pulling up the upsets in certain ways. I mean, they should have lost in certain aspects, but, they've been pulling it out. They've been fighting the whole way here. So, I'll go with my Raging Cajuns.
Yeah, and I mean, and I'd have to probably go with them as well. As much as I love UTSA, those who don't know, we both currently had gone to UTSA for a while. So we have been able to experience both events in person. And I just think overall the atmosphere is just a lot better at Taste of New Orleans, especially if you love that Cajun food, which I do. I love my red beans and rice. I love going out there and trying the alligator. Alligator is my favorite too.
That go.
Yeah, and I mean, it's definitely worth the try, and it's worth the entry to go in and try it out. Now, UTSA on the other hand as well, I mean, I love what they do there. All the different organizations there on campus get profit off of this, so it spreads the wealth around evenly with them. And I mean, it's cool. I mean, everybody tries to come up with their different item that they think is cool, and then you see them out there coming up with the designs for their booths and everything there. So it gets the creative juices going for everybody out there, and it's a good time as in the community there when we were out there. But yeah, I would definitely have to say I'm going to take Taste of New Orleans on this one, but I still wouldn't be surprised if UTSA was somehow able to pull the upset on this.
Well, let's hopefully they beat those Cajuns then.
Cut, and we are back. Okay, so, we were doing this Fiesta, this wonderful Fiesta event here, and it's cool and all, but I think we need to make this a little bit more festive, Dom. I mean, we got the sign here, we got the hat, and we got the nice little gift basket that don't forget to vote to enter. Facebook, Instagram, vote for the event, get you one of these gift baskets. But I think it's time we go ahead and get a little bit more festive, don't you think, Dom?
Hey, I'm all up for festivities.
So, for those who don't know about San Antonio, there's one major thing that represents Fiesta as well that everybody else knows when you see it, and that is a traditional flower crown. Dom?
Flower crown.
So, now that we got Fiesta ready, we got our alcohol, we got our emergency pack here, I think it's time to go ahead and go to the east side of our bracket. These two brackets here were assembled in no random order, so there wasn't a specific reason why one was in the east or why one was in the west. We just went ahead, came up with the 64 teams, and we just sat there and as a group here at 210 Culture, we just voted and said what did we think should have been #1 seed all the way down to 16. And we did that twice with what was left over, and that's how we got our 64 teams. Now on the east side here, that one as well had a big surprise. Neither #1 teams made it to the finals. I don't even think they made it to the third round, let alone barely get out of the second round.
Sounds like Louisville in the Final Four, huh?
Yep, seems like that ends up being the problem. So we're gonna go ahead now and go ahead and do a quick little. We're gonna stop for a second here so we can go ahead and put in one of the sponsored events, and I'm gonna go ahead and edit out here, and we're gonna chill, and we are going to come back. And yeah, so thanks to those events there, definitely go ahead and go check them out and go see their events, support them too, support locally. Of course, follow us and like us here on Facebook and on Instagram. And we're going to go ahead and sneak into the east side now and go ahead and show you the path of the final 4 teams of Tejano Explosion and Alamo Heights Night.
We're not talking about the east side of San Antonio, right?
No, we're talking about the east side of the bracket.
Okay, great.
The first journey we're going to mention out of the east is going to be Alamo Heights Night. So Alamo Heights Night got it started off quick by going ahead and beating Fiesta Masquerade in the first round. Then they turned around and went into the second round and went ahead and upsetted Nyosa, who was our #1 seed out of the east, and beat them pretty bad 11-9. Then they moved on to the last round that we got into to punch their ticket into the Final Four when they went ahead and beat the Fiesta Carnival to get themselves in here. Now for those who don't know what Alamo Heights Night is, it's pretty much the cousin to Oyster Bake, where they just have a bunch of different foods to try out there. And it's held over at UIW, the University Incarnate Word, for those who don't know. And yeah, it's a pretty good time, and it's pretty fun, and that's how they got themselves here into the ticket. And Dom, why don't you go ahead and tell us about the other team?
Well, here we are on the east side. You know, we got Tejano Explosion, and I'm telling you, it's a culture of explosion, this event. So I'm not surprised that this big contender is in the finals. Like, first, they started with El Rey Fido. And I'll tell you one thing, that dog did not put up a fight.
Yeah.
And then we got, second round, we got the Our Lady of the Lake Confetti 5K. And I'll tell you what, that one did not run through. And so they literally took that running away with it, if you get my drift. And then the third round we also had was the Fiesta Hemisphere Park. This one got outvoted because I'm like, Hemisphere Park, iconic view for San Antonio. I mean, that's Fiesta in general, other than La Vejita. I mean, so here we are, we got Tejano Explosion in the finals, and man, this looks like a good matchup, isn't it, G?
Yes, it is, and especially since they were actually the one event out of all the events out of the 64 to have the most votes in every round. They had at least 10 votes per matchup. Dom, who do you have? What beast do you have in that side?
Oh man, I mean, you got that Tejano culture coming through, and then you know the explosion. I mean, it's just gonna explode whoever they play in out of the water. To be honest, so I'm going with my Tejano Explosion.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go with Tejano Explosion as well. I mean, that is other than Market Square, which is the free cousin version of Tejano Explosion. I mean, that is what San Antonio lives for. So I mean, I'd have to go with them as well. I mean, I wasn't expecting Alamo Heights Night to do anything either similar to UTSA, so that could also could be a possibility of them winning. But more than likely, just by the votes from everybody here, I'm gonna have to go with Tejano Explosion as the winner for that round.
The only thing is we can't keep them out of the vote. I mean, they're in the hunt. They are literally there. This dog might have some bite left.
Exactly. Nariosa tends to be always one of the bigger events, and they were able to take them out. So I wouldn't hold it against Alamo Heights Night, but like I said, Tejano Explosion's just been blowing people out of the water. If I had to pick anybody now out of the four, I would say they're my pick to win it all. Who would you pick to have the win it all, Dom?
I mean, to win it all, that's a tough one, G. But I mean, hopefully, if it ends up being the West versus East, I mean, Taste of New Orleans could be taking this one all the way. I mean, but looking at the votes, I mean, it's a very tough matchup. So I mean, I feel a little bit hopeful. I'm gonna go with Taste of New Orleans.
Taste of New Orleans, all right. Well, why don't you go ahead and tell us in the comments who you think you got to win this matchup. So before we go ahead and wrap this up and go ahead and let y'all guys go ahead and get to voting, we're gonna go ahead and do a quick early weather report. With Fiesta starting in what, 2 weeks now?
And counting.
And counting. So we're gonna go ahead and take a look at our official traffic reporter, Louis, who's gonna go ahead and give us our Fiesta forecast. Louis? Take it away, buddy.
Hey. I'll call you, babe. Okay, let me get to the weather right now. Alright, it's a 50% chances that y'all gonna go to jail. Alright, when you go there, you're gonna meet some guy named Big Bob. Tell him I said hi. So it's a 100% chance that you're gonna get drunk. 30% chance that you're never gonna get on time. Pick up your friend. Are they on the phone?
Then she ran into the pothole and her tire messed up. Yeah.
Back to you, Jagoffs.
Oh
man.
Oh
shit.
Oh, he's done. Oh, okay. Thank you for that, Louis there. So we're gonna go ahead and wrap up the show here today. So remember to go ahead and vote for the Fiesta events. Get you into this drawing here. Another thing is, well, we do have 2 drawings for those who don't know. So what we're going to do is everybody who shares this video, shares our post, and likes our page, will get entered to the drawing for the other physical gift basket. And then if we do hit 500 likes, which I need you guys to help us hit 500 likes, we're going to go ahead and enter all 500 of you who like our page into the social media gift basket, and the other one as well. So help us out, guys. Win the free gift basket. It's free stuff. It's a good time, and it's not costing you anything. Just our way of saying thank you for you guys who've been helping us out and supporting us out in this long journey that we've had for this Fiesta Madness, which is going to finally come to the end on Friday.
It's all because of you. So come on, like us, and we'll like you.
So once again, our voting is still open today for the Taste of New Orleans and the UTSA matchup. That's going to finish at midnight on Sunday.
Sunday.
Which is, and Monday and Tuesday we're going to have the Tejano Explosion versus the Alamo Heights Night. And then we're going to go ahead and have our championship round on Wednesday, which is going to be the winner of those 2. And that's going to last 2.5 days. So the voting will last till 3 o'clock on Friday for the championship. Then at the end of that day, we'll go ahead and we're going to go live on Facebook. And we'll go ahead and announce the winners of the 2 gift baskets and the winner of Fiesta Madness. So tune in with us and share with everybody. Let everybody know. Free gift baskets. Get to pick your best event of Fiesta. And who knows, we might have a little bit something extra to give out also as well.
Like a shot.
So, remember to follow us, and thank you guys for all the support. And here at 210 Culture, you know what we always say. We're bringing the best of 210 Nation.
And let's Fiesta.
Olé!
Olé!